When France fell to Nazi Germany in June 1940, the nation was divided, both politically and militarily. While some forces aligned with the collaborationist Vichy regime, others joined Charles de Gaulle's Free French movement. Nowhere was this split more evident, or more consequential, than in North Africa, where French soldiers would battle fascism, reclaim honor, and lay the groundwork for France's liberation. The French campaign in North Africa was not only a military effort but a political and moral struggle to determine the soul of the French Republic. Divided loyalties after the fall of France. Following France's surrender in 1940, the Vichy regime, led by Marshal Philippe Pétain, maintained nominal control over France's colonial possessions, including Algeria, Tunisia, and Morocco. Though officially neutral, Vichy France often cooperated with the Axis powers, leading to tensions with the Allies and de Gaulle's Free French. Meanwhile, Free French forces, based in London and later in parts of Africa and the Middle East, sought to rally colonial troops to the Allied cause. However, convincing Vichy-aligned commanders to switch sides was no easy task. The North African theater thus became a battlefield not only between the Allies and Axis, but within France itself. Operation Torch, the turning point. The turning point came in November 1942, when the United States and Britain launched Operation Torch, an amphibious invasion of French North Africa. Allied forces landed in Morocco and Algeria, confronting resistance from Vichy French troops. Fighting was brief but fierce. In places like Oran and Algiers, Vichy forces resisted the landings, inflicting and suffering casualties. However, within days, negotiations and internal resistance led to a ceasefire. Many Vichy officers, realizing the tide of war was turning, switched allegiance to the Free French and the Allies. The most significant political development was the rise of General Henri Giroux, who initially had support from the Americans, and Charles de Gaulle, who maintained strong ties with the British. Despite personal rivalries, the two leaders would eventually form a united French command. The Free French reorganize and fight. After the Allied landings, tens of thousands of French colonial troops in North Africa joined the fight against the Axis. This marked the beginning of France's formal return to the Allied war effort. French forces in North Africa were re-equipped, retrained, and reorganized under Allied command. French units participated in the Tunisian campaign, 1942 to 1943, joining British and American forces in a months-long push to drive the Germans and Italians from North Africa. The French played a key role in holding the southern flank against Axis counterattacks in the rugged mountains of Tunisia, capturing key towns like Gafsa and Kasserine, securing supply lines and airfields critical to the Allied advance. By May 1943, Axis forces in Tunisia surrendered, and North Africa was fully in Allied and Free French hands. North Africa as a launchpad for liberation. The victory in North Africa did more than eliminate Axis presence from the region. It allowed the Allies to prepare for the next phase of the war, the invasion of southern Europe. French troops from North Africa participated in the invasions of Sicily and Italy, and later, the liberation of southern France in 1944 during Operation Dragoon. More importantly, the campaign restored France's role as a major Allied power. By proving their military value, the Free French forces ensured that France would have a place at the table in post-war Europe. Contributions of colonial troops. Much of the French army in North Africa was composed of colonial troops, soldiers from Algeria, Tunisia, Morocco, and sub-Saharan Africa. These men fought bravely in difficult conditions, often with limited recognition. Units such as the Tirailleurs Senegalese and the Goumiers, Moroccan irregulars, earned reputations for their skill and toughness in mountain and desert warfare. Their sacrifices were vital to French and Allied victories, but they were often overlooked in post-war narratives, and many returned to colonial societies that denied them full rights and equality. Conclusion: fighting for France in the future. The French campaign in North Africa was a complex and deeply symbolic struggle. It was about more than just defeating the Axis. It was about reclaiming France's honor, choosing sides in a war of ideologies, and proving that France still had a role to play in shaping the world. From the beaches of Morocco to the deserts of Tunisia, Free French and colonial troops fought not just for freedom, but for the right to be part of the victory. In doing so, they helped turn the tide of the war and began the long road to national and moral recovery.